Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a competitive gamecast. I am Sylphin. I got a real treat for you here. I stepped into the PFN on Thursday, and I stepped into an amazing match. It's between Team Oxygen, and Hawkbatz, a new team to the scene with some pretty familiar people. It was an amazing game, so I just had to get it and cast it for you guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so let's get into this game. This was game 2. I could say game 2. I'm not going to tell you who won the first game, but this is game 2 between these two teams on this Thursday night. If you guys don't know about the Paragon Fight Night, head on over to twitch.tv/ PWR_gaming TV, and that is Power Gaming's Twitch channel, is where they run this every Thursday. It's absolutely amazing. It's a weekly tournament where these high competitive players can get in with their teams and compete weekly, and then each season it lasts about 10 weeks or something like that, 11 weeks. There's a prize pool at the end, so it's basically like, it is to Paragon what the NHL is to hockey, I guess, but in a much shorter and more rapid season. So we have Phasma on Muriel for Team Oxygen, Strafe on Murdoch, Proficiency on Sevrog, Involve on Gadget, Crazy Fool on Steel, Dare to Care is on Hawkbatz, on Decker, Lavi Taffy on Grux, Verge on Rampage, Pulsar on Bellica, and Logic on Drongo. So we're seeing Drongo in the competitive scene, which is very, very interesting. I kind of not surprised, just because the timing appropriately with the right amount of skill, that silence grenade, honestly, I'm really not surprised. Gets a lot of value, and we may see that some really key silences in the close quarters around these objectives. That is, a big part of the current meta and this current state of the game. So I'm really excited to see that indeed. Lavi Taffy looking for an early gank, not even level 3 yet. So likely double pain and smash and grab, but he's going for a little bit of a jungle invasion here, which does make sense. Crazy Fool is the steal in the jungle, who is shown over here. So he's going to grab the green buff while he kind of we have a disconnect. Unfortunately, Proficiency here did disconnect, and that is something that hopefully gets removed here pretty soon. Logic trying to use Old Rusty here to slow down the duo here, get some good harassment off, but those Muriel shields doing a darn good job. So yes, the Drongo is super interesting in this meta. I mean, I'd maybe even definitely take Revenant over, but Revenant in the duo lane, unless you start really kind of go crazy and snowball and get the kills, which, I mean, at this high level, maybe is really not going to happen. But I mean, it's really interesting. So we'll have to keep our eye on and see if that ends up being really key hero pick here. Crazy Fool coming in with these shield bash on Logic, but he does get out. Dare to Care with that great stasis bomb to peel, and the slow bubble really kind of put everybody back into place. And I think Decker has definitely maybe underestimated. I mean, that stun, that stasis bomb, the stun duration is phenomenal, and if it's landed and if that slow bubble is placed properly, I think it really has good value. It's just unfortunate that, a lot of the times it's just not actualized, and that, I think, is just the problem. There's the stasis bomb on Phasma as he is low, but unfortunately the red rounds don't find true damage as the shield soak that all up. Crazy Fool comes in for that shield bash on Logic. Some basic attacks may be the end, but Dare to Care with the absolutely expert body block to body the very last basic attack that would have ended Logic there. So fantastic job by Dare to Care. Wouldn't expect anything else. Pulsar is getting a little bit harassed, not too surprising against a gadget here in this mid lane, as long as Involve can be a bit more poke a bit more reserve, stand back, and land those sticky mines, I really wouldn't be surprised about him doing some good work here. Looks like we do have a replay bug, so I'm gonna go up 10 seconds here. Where is it? Yeah, look at this. Yeah, so I mean, there's your obligatory possess Spriken for the solo and mid laner as well. We have proficiency likely. Yeah, no, he is going for it as well. So these players can get it. Look at this early Fangtooth here by the 5-minute mark. They know that the dual lane is back. The mid lane went back. They had the time. That is all that these players need to get this. So there's the ultimate fantastic job here from Laffy Taffy with the smash and grab, so they can secure Fangtooth. I'm pretty sure Team Oxygen got that first Fangtooth here at the 5-minute mark. Dare to Care with that sticky mine is going to be ended to a basic attack from Strafe as he tries to get away with the hot pursuit passive. He's sirening off for Strafe as he picks up his first kill here in the game. 3-1 for Team Oxygen, although they do have a Fangtooth, early Fangtooth. Isn't that absolutely insane? I'm going to be honest with you. I love the fact that we are seeing more and more objectives come to Paragon. You know, Fangtooth was the rework of the multiple raptors. Orb Prime really has been the same, but has gone through many iterations. It's much more weak now, while still providing that 20% boost. Spawns, early around the 10-minute mark. I mean, I really don't pay much attention because I honestly don't think it should be available that soon. But the more that these competitive players, the more I see them play, the more I see them get these objectives, and the kind of the gameplay that comes around that, focusing around incentivizing team fights over these, and just that action that happens and how much excitement that is. I honestly like it. I really do, and I get what Epic is trying to do. It's not Heroes of the Storm, where it's just objectives are literally everything, and like the laning phase really only happens to get not even hero level 10 anymore. It's your team level 10. It's not even that anymore. It's just oh, nice shield slam into the long armored law, but unfortunately Verge is level 7 and gets that great shield regen there. He is going to go down to a sticky mine. Great rotation here from Involve. Unfortunately, Pulsar is going to come and punish Involve for getting that kill. Does he die? No, he doesn't. Great shield there for Phasma to mitigate those basics. So good job here from Hawkbatz. Great dive. It is a 1-for-1 trade, so it's not necessarily anything too drastic here in this late early game, but the tier 1 tower does go down, giving Hawkbatz a little bit of an advantage. The solo laner here is now going to be able to rotate more, and as a rampage solo laner, which I find very, very interesting. He will get more value out of his kit when he is in the jungle and contesting those objectives, which I find is very interesting as anything but jungle rampage. I can't get over the fact that doesn't utilize a really big part of his kit, that regen. I mean, he does have his ultimate for the regen wherever he wants, but I just can't get over it. So there we go. We're gonna see a Fangtooth here for the second one at the 8:45 mark. Well, we do have a 4-person group here. Verge does get the Enrage, but he misses the first boulder for the initiation. So unfortunately, that is a missed ultimate. Hands down, as they don't have vision over Fangtooth. They aren't necessarily in the greatest position. No buffs for anybody. Logic doesn't have mana for his kit, so they do choose to retreat. They're going to give this Fangtooth pretty much to Team Oxy here. Kind of surprising. They literally, I think, just chose to do that. Phasma is providing the bait here as for his team to get Fangtooth there, pretty much sacrificing himself. Do they get Fangtooth? I do think they do. That Stasis Bomb, I don't think actually landed. I think it went right through Fangtooth. So Crazy Fool with the great initiation. Unfortunately, no follow-up from the rest of his team as they got what they needed to get and retreat. So 2 Fangtooth so far here for Team Oxygen. As Phasma there was the bait to give his team time with the Radiant Healer, Font of Experience, and Lamplighter. Very, very, very much standard here. No gems. Healing Towers. He does have Auto Potion, Auto Shield, and Healing Towers, but he hasn't gone for it, which is quite interesting, as that value is pretty much gone now out of the early game. Auto Health. The Auto Shield will help for a little bit more time, but no value there. But I mean, I don't blame him. Radiant Healer is really strong in this laning phase. That extra 5 health regen every single second, and that health does go a long way in this early game. So not too surprised about that build there. It's just those gems, man. Those gems are really good. The Healing Towers is surprising in the early game. That, especially that mana regen, is really surprising. There he is. He gets it right there. So as I was talking about earlier, those objectives, I get what Epic is doing. It's not Heroes of the Storm where it's like all about objectives and you just kind of don't even care about, like, you need to soak lanes for experience, and, you know, a level advantage in Heroes of the Storm is very significant. It's just, it's like, it's combining that with League. Dota is the monster MOBA, you know, with the very long laning phase and long matches, and very much incentivizing the core fundamentals of what the MOBA genre started with, as it is what started, and then kind of it's combining that Heroes just crazy focus on objectives and team fighting, and you know, just constant battling and craziness. There's really no other word for it. There is that wonderful combo here from Crazy Fool and Strafe to get that first pick, but look at Hawkbatz going for the Orb Prime. Again, they had no vision on the of the enemy team, so they go for it. Unfortunately, looks like Hawkbatz is going to be a little bit punished here, but look at those red rounds, going to be absolutely obliterate Phasma. Fantastic combo there from Hawkbatz to get rid of Phasma and Crazy Fool, I do believe, pretty much instantaneously. But Team Oxy actually does get through the does get the better hand of this, as they got the first pick of that engagement, and then it kind of snowballed, and giving time there for Strafe to come in and finish that off with proficiency as well. So great job here by the mid laner, jungler, and support there to get the first pick on well, Involve was picked, but then they did get a counter pick, giving enough time for proficiency and Strafe to rotate over and finish off. So they do have Orb Prime. Hawkbatz does have Orb Prime, but I mean, I don't think that too many people have it. I think Dare to Care have it, and Laffy Taffy looks like there's a bit of a bug here. We're gonna go back as Fangtooth is coming. Who has it? I think Pulsar died. Logic died. Is it only Dare to Care? Some of them have Orb Prime. It's just really hard to see. They're going to pick up their first Fangtooth of the game, unless unless Team Oxy can get here. Long Law is not done on Fangtooth. So it looks like Hawkbatz gets their first Fangtooth here. Team Oxy gets a good pick here on Laffy Taffy, but they do the same to proficiency. Crazy Fool tries to engage, but unfortunately there's not really any follow-up. They do pick apart the backline. Pulsar is trying to eliminate Strafe here. Does he land the basic? He does land the basic, and Involve and Phasma are going to take out Pulsar here, as Involve and Phasma take that. So Hawkbatz, you know, they couldn't hold on to that Fangtooth too long, and Team Oxygen comes in with that cleanup. So great job here on Team Oxygen's part as they punish Hawkbatz here for going for Fangtooth. They're going to get the first T1 tower down for them. So there it opens up the mid lane nicely. Going to give them some more time and space to rotate to other lanes. Get these other tier 1 towers down. And hopefully get another objective here. Orb Prime was taken not too long, but it will be up in some time. Fangtooth is already halfway spawned. Something that may change in the future as the objectives are, pardon me, changed around a little bit. So Team Oxy and Hawkbatz here looking like a good game is about to be had. 75,000 gold here for Hawkbatz, 71,000 here for Team Oxy. Not too much of a difference as the builds are going all crazy here. Veil Stepper for Verge, fantastic card for more health regen and that basic armor. Veil Stepper is a really good card, ladies and gentlemen. It's really quite surprising, so don't underestimate that a ton. Blitz Rush, Possessed Paragon, and Invader Mage, exactly what Pulsar here is going to need on Bellica. That mobility plus like really good damage that really sticks here on Invader Mage is going to go a really long way. Logic with the Wound Seeker and Swift Hunter, very good combination. Lots of power and attack speed on both. Wound Seeker is actually one of the highest stat cards in the death affinity at that cost point, so that is going to be really nice to see. Oh, going for one of the tribe and Guard Piercer as well for Logic. That is going to be phenomenal. Power is going to go miles on Drongo's kit. Remember that his red rounds scales from power but deals basic damage. Is very, very interesting. And you know what, that's going to go on onto his ultimate, which is further incentivized through that where the rest of his kit is further incentivized by that shred, and that's a fantastic card for Drongo. Looks like Crazy Fool coming in with the shield slam on Verge, but unfortunately no, he doesn't get that. So the initiation of Crazy Fool is entirely mitigated, and Hawkbatz does come back with it. So there is a destroyed Team Oxygen as they unfortunately can't get the ball rolling. So failed initiation there from Crazy Fool, unfortunately, as they are going to pick up their second Fangtooth of the game. 2-2 in the Fangtooth department. There's the little bit of comeback here. Team Oxygen looked like they were going to have a bit of an advantage with that super early Fangtooth. Picked up their second one, but now it is 2-2 at the 17-minute mark. Unfortunately, Team Oxygen there looked quite good as Crazy Fool came in with that initiation to try to take out Rampage off the battlefield, but the pick didn't work. You know, Rampage is a good hero to take off the map really quick, but unfortunately, it didn't work, and that kind of hurt them quite a bit. Now we take a look at, pardon me, got a frog in my throat. Take a look at the builds here. Tyrant for Crazy Fool, it's going to go miles on steel. All of his abilities dealing quite a good amount of damage, and that scaling isn't too crazy as a tank, but still that power is going to get phenomenal value there. Malik's Grace as well, given that max health is the tank that his team needs, and that shield is going to be going to go miles, absolute miles here on Phasma. That provides him the chance to get Malik's Prayer to use, you know, at the start-ish of an engagement. Giving that basic armor to all of nearby allies is really, really strong. It's basically kind of like Protective Sentry and the heal in one card, allowing him to kind of get other cards going there. So Lamp, Lighter, and Font of Experience as well. I really like supports, and I really like Muriel, so that's why maybe I'm kind of focusing on his build there. Proficiency, a little bit of a replay, but I can't see. Probably, likely Vital Water. So here we have an engagement. Verge is caught out. He has to ult to stay alive. Unfortunately, that's going to give Hawkbatz not the greatest of engagement now. They're going to have one ult. They're going to have their front line reduced here. Involve Phasma and Strafe, all looking for a fight here. Crazy Fool looking for that engagement. Here comes Phasma, and there is Verge. They're trying to focus down the Rampage, but he doesn't have his ultimate, so unfortunately nothing is there. Laffy Taffy's diving in the background, in the backline, same as Proficiency. So who is going to win this? Who's going to follow up? Whose backline? It looks like Team Oxygen is going to win this win this engagement. You can see the backlines and front lines trying to do their own thing, but Team Oxygen simply out executed here. The backline for Team Oxy was able to get the first pick, and Proficiency just kind of cleans up. Look at that. Very well done here from Team Oxygen. Verge unfortunately wasted his ultimate at the beginning there, and didn't have much to do after that. So well done here by Oxygen. That engagement and focus fire at the end there really worked. Great engagement. So pardon me. There is Orb Prime here for Team Oxygen at the 20-minute mark. They don't have a T2 tower down, so it's probably going to be what they want to get here in while they have this Orb Prime. Fangtooth is up as well, so they could be getting that as well. They all return back to base. No lanes are in their favor besides right lane here, so they're going to be maybe focusing on right and left. Get those heading in the right direction. Maybe get Fangtooth if pardon me, my goodness. Hawkbatz want to contest this. They are going to have to fight a team of Orb Prime, so it's probably not going to be what they want to do. They can come, but it doesn't look like they are going to commit to this. Verge is trying to push out this right lane. Laffy Taffy trying to get some value for, for them not being able to contest this. And there is an easy number 3 Fangtooth here for Team Oxygen. So it is 3-2 now. Lots of Fangtooth in this game. 3-2. They have the movement speed. They have the extra non-hero damage, as Hawkbatz do not. Arcane Dancer coming out from Dare to Care. Very interesting card. Going to be great ability damage mitigation and a little bit of power to go into that Stasis Bomb, which does do a surprising amount of damage, by the way. Just interesting there. As maybe a Malik's Grace would actually be a little bit better here, to be honest with you, as provides a shield here for the rest of his team. Swift Hunter and one of the tribe. Look at this farm. 21 and 15 from Logic is out of this world. Does that even make sense? That must be a replay bug, to be honest with you. There we go. 21 and 3. I was like, oh, well, hold on. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Swift Hunter, one of the tribe. Well, that's absolutely going to be fantastic. Swift Hunter giving him that movement speed for 10 seconds after killing anything. It could be a minion, it could be a hero, anything. He's going to be flying around this this battlefield, doing really quite well. One of the tribe again in Drongo's kit really goes a long way. Reactor Beast, something I absolutely love to see on casters, really is underestimated, to be honest with you. But the hero kills, reset all basic ability cooldowns, goes a long way. Somebody like Bellica who has longer cooldowns, especially on that drone. You can get 2 drones out. Interesting if they stack. I mean, I would think that they would stack. It would be phenomenal. A lot of mana usage, but I think, when you're talking about one engagement, and where that is really important that you win it, I think it is worthwhile. Again, Mana Fountain is going to be coming up, so that's going to be all the mana regen that she needs. And maybe not in a very short engagement, or in a long engagement rather, but it will be interesting. And Spell Shield, of course, is very much mandatory. Laffy Taffy here going with the good sustain but damage option here. Tyrant giving him all the power that Grex needs, but Unbroken Spirit for that ability damage mitigation and crowd control regeneration as well. So that is actually a really good combination here for Grux, pretty much for any fighter. Let's face it, is gonna go into his burst really well. The smash grab into the crush, into the double pain, all feeding from Tyrant, not necessarily attack speed. So really great to see that. Yomi Guardian here on Crazy Fool is going to provide his team with fantastic basic damage mitigation, leaving Muriel here to actually do a ton of work. Muriel is going to be the one mitigating that ability damage, all of that burst, which is usually ability damage. So here we go. Here is Crazy Fool coming in with the stun on Laffy Taffy. Only a one-person shield slam, but it doesn't matter as Laffy Taffy gets obliterated. Tesla Dome forces the rest of Hawkbatz back. Logic and Dare to Care get annihilated. Pulsar's trying to get away. Verge tries to get away. There is the Veil Stepper giving him the opportunity to get away, but Team Oxygen with a fantastic focus of Laffy Taffy, providing him eliminating that wondrous opportunity that Grux has to totally disrupt engagements. And we've actually seen, I have seen personally, Crazy Fool go to town on Grux, providing just Grux is a playmaker hands down, and you know what? Focusing him down at the beginning, even if it was a one-person shield slam, I really am not surprised that they won that engagement after that pick. So Crazy Fool was bouldered there. Unfortunately, not Strafe, as Verge trying to push back the backline, but to no avail. The inhibitor does go down. Proficiency maybe caught here. Laffy Taffy's looking for the smash and grab, but it's not needed as the boulder and crush control him down to get obliterated as well. So Hawkbatz trying to look for some value that they can extract out of losing this inhibitor. They get the one pick there from Proficiency. I'm going to go straight to Fangtooth, so this will even this out if I am remembering correctly. 3-3 now going to be for both teams, so pretty much even. It's an even game. 3-3. Map objective nullified. There's just more volatility on the map instead. So very compelling game here. 26-minute mark. We are now past the end game. Well, your average intended game, 25 to 30 minutes. So this could be the end of the game here. The game deciding play will be done very, very shortly here. The inhibitor is down for Hawkbatz, but it doesn't ultimately mean much. It is the mid lane, the nicest inhibitor to have down, provides the easiest rotations and lowest rotation times for the team. So I mean, Pulsar will be getting great farm here. Great wave clear. Now has that mana float, mana fountain gem. So he's going to have a very nice time out. And it's not going to be too much of a detriment here for Hawkbatz as long as they play this next engagement smartly. And it's going to be over Orb Prime as it just spawns here. So we're going to have to see what is happening. Team Oxygen has been doing a fantastic job with a lot of their initiations, choosing to, you know, honestly, trying to cut Verge out of the picture is smart. Rampage deals phenomenal amount of damage, has a great amount of sustain, and is just a monster with that boulder throw. So eliminating him does make a lot of sense. But Laffy Taffy does have the opportunity to totally swing engagements with that smash and grab, with that crush, with the both. They have such a strong front line that it's going to be really important that they get a good initiation off here. Long Arbor Law maybe trying to get Logic down, but Crazy Fool looks like they're going in. Proficiently lands to subjugate. This is going to be the engagement. There is the two-person Colossal Blow with the Tesla Dome over the top. Here comes Laffy Taffy. Can he swing this engagement? Where is the smash and grab? It only catches Proficiency, but it catches Strafe. Strafe is going down, but no, he does not. Look at the lifesteal go to town. Crazy Fool does go down. Strafe is getting focused by the backline. There's no peel, but Proficiency and Evolve do have Logic and Dare to Care down. Very much so. Proficiency is going to try to care. Can he get Dare to Care? It should be a pick here, Proficiency. Oh, but Dare to Care. Uh-oh. There is a bug, and he sits there unable. Oh, there's a very unfortunate bug there as she gets caught using the rocket boots. And Team Oxygen does take this down. They do get are the benefactors of this engagement. So great job by Team oh boy. Pardon me, by Team Oxygen to win that engagement. Verge is trying to get away, but I don't think he is. Look at that slow there from the Seek and Destroy. Look at this monster health regen. I thought he just used his ultimate at the beginning of that engagement, but he has it already. Proficiency trying to get away, and involved there is going to be the kill. Looks like there's going to be another inhibitor down here for Team Oxygen as they take that engagement and take down those inhibitors. So there was a fantastic engagement over Orb Prime. Proficiency with the Subjugate into 2-man Colossal Blow right into the Tesla Dome. Really well done. But the front line of Hawkbatz did a really good job. They got down Strafe. They took down Crazy Fool. It's just that involved proficiency were able to clean house. Phasma giving this sustain to his team, that damage mitigation. But here is another engagement over Orb Prime. They're trying to get Orb Prime proficiency going in, trying to peel. Crazy Fool looking for the ultimate. I have no idea who got Orb Prime. Looks like Hawkbatz actually got the Orb Prime. Strafe taking a ton of damage. There's the Muriel Reversal of Fortune. There is the Consecrated Ground. Crazy Fool obliterates Logic. Pulsar is getting obliterated. There is the engagement, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy, is the wow, that was actually quite impressive. There is the Stasis Bomb taking out Crazy Fool. He had actually quite a bit of health. Wow, that Stasis Bomb does quite a bit of damage. Wow, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. I think what you saw there, it's really hard to see over replays, and you know, in future replay systems, I hope that you are able to see what cards are used, especially big cards like Yomi Guardian. I think what you saw there was the sustain and damage mitigation provided by, yes, the Muriel on Strafe there. That was absolutely fantastic. But I think that Team Oxygen, I mean, they had wonderful engagements and target priority there, but the damage mitigation provided by Yomi Guardian, I think, actually went to town in that engagement as well with Phasma's damage mitigation. So there is a fantastic game, one of the best games I have seen in a long time. Both teams playing phenomenally, getting 6 Fangtooth, I do believe, in this game. 3-3 with many Orb Primes. And you know what? I think I wanted to cast this because this was a really good showcase of, I think, what Paragon's trying to be. It's trying to blend the objective team fight brawler nature of things like Heroes of the Storm. I don't play Smite and I don't watch Smite, so I don't know what Smite is like, but I imagine that it is more team fighty than Paragon. What I've heard here, more brawlery, because they're all about, like, gods and stuff. Sorry, I literally know nothing about Smite. And they're trying to combine that with just, MOBA stuff. Like Smite, or like League of Legends, like just be a MOBA in the space, but redefine it too, And I think this game was really, really, really solid in that regard, and I hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys appreciated it. It was exciting. It was really good. Both teams doing monstrous jobs. I'm loving this right now. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Is this a nice direction for Paragon? Would you like to play this game? If all of your matches were as exciting as this, with the focus on certain gameplay elements, of course, with amazing matchmaking and stuff like that. But do you guys like this? What do you think? Please like this video if you like it, dislike it, share it with the community. Of course, guys, subscribe if you guys like this content, especially if you found it useful. Hit that subscribe button so I can do it for you in the future. Check the video description for links to my website, merchandise store, and Amazon affiliate, as well as all of my social media here. Thank you to my Patreon supporters, YouTube sponsors, Twitch subscribers who go all out of the way to make these videos possible. Till next time, like always, stay optimistic and positive.